God save the king!
King Charles has been presented with the first banknotes bearing his image in the UK. Queen Elizabeth II was actually the first British monarch to be featured on British banknotes, and her image was also on the currencies of many countries around the Commonwealth. So this is actually the first time that the Bank of England has ever had to change the image of a monarch on the banknote. The old banknotes featuring the Queen will not be withdrawn from circulation, they will just be taken out when they get dirty or worn. But King Charles' new banknotes will enter circulation on June 5th of this year. Would you like to see the picture they chose of him? There he is, he's all grown up on his first official banknote. Oh, how the time flies. You will be able to find King Charles on £5, £10, £20, and £50 notes. Like I said, beginning on June 5th. He has already been featured on coins, which went into circulation as early as December 2022. Both his image on the coins and on the banknotes have one major difference from his mother's currency. He is not wearing a crown. And actually, it turns out that when you line up pictures of the monarchs back to Queen Victoria on their coinage, none of the kings are wearing crowns and the two queens are. I have no idea if there's a reason for that. Maybe the crown is being used to give some extra authority to the female rulers. Another reason that I've floated in the past, maybe it has something to do with the fact that they don't wear their crowns regularly. Women can wear tiaras and crowns like the state diadem to official events, but male monarchs really only wear the imperial state crown to their coronation and then once a year at the state opening of parliament. That's pretty much it. And this thing, it's pretty ostentatious. You will also notice that the monarchs always point the opposite direction as their predecessor, except of course for Edward VIII, who thought that his hair part looked better on his left side, which is why he faced the same way as his father. A rebel. Obviously, the Queen had several different portraits put on currency during her reign. In some of those on the banknotes, she wears a crown, but in some she does not. I'm not surprised that King Charles went with a crownless portrait for the banknotes, although this portrait, it is based on an image of him taken in 2013, which I don't know if you should be allowed to do that. I think you should have to use a portrait from the year you become monarch, in which case, instead of looking something like this is another portrait of Charles taken in 2013, we would actually have him on the banknotes looking more like this. It's a subtle difference, but it reflects reality. And if he's trying to be relatable by not wearing a crown in his official banknote portrait, I think we should also have the weird smile, which he does in every official portrait from his coronation year. It was as though he couldn't close his mouth all the way, and I'm getting a little disturbed looking at it. I get why he went with something like this. It is much more debonair. But you know, I do understand Charles wanting to look his best on these banknotes. Queen Elizabeth ruled for decades, so they did periodically update her portrait. King Charles, not gonna have that much time for redo. This may well be his only chance to be on the banknotes, so gotta make it count. Let me know your thoughts on the new banknotes in the comments, and if somebody is headed to the UK soon, I have a PO box, feel free to send me some of these as a souvenir.